Hey guys, Omni here. We got our first major casting announcement for the upcoming Last of Us series. It's going to be heading to HBO in the near future. We know that it's being penned and written by the creator of Chernobyl, so we can expect some solid writing in this. It's being made in partnership with Neil Druckmann, who, of course, works with Naughty Dog and is the one that brought us the series to begin with. Now, I'm excited to see how this pans out. I really adored the first game, and regardless of the mixed reception, to say the least, of the second game, I'm excited to see what they do with this on TV. And, you know, they did say that, of course, the worry that we have as fans of something like this, especially video game properties with Hollywood, is are they going to understand this, and how are they going to adapt and change it? Are they going to make some drastic changes that we're not going to like? Are they going to make some changes that feel natural and expand the world? Well, they do clarify that as well in this same article with this announcement that, you know, to be expected, things are going to be different, but they are working with the person that created it. So the changes that they do make to the show will only be designed to expand and fill things out. So they're not planning on undoing anything. So in that same vein, let's just say however long this show goes, I think it's fair to assume that if you didn't like The Last of Us 2, it will probably still go that route. We are not going to be steering the course away from that. There's no world between worlds to kind of split us into alternate realities with Neil Druckmann behind the wheel. That's the way it's going to go. And I'm curious to see how they expand this in the show, because I feel like in in a multiple season, multiple episode filled out and layered story, we could get a beautiful telling of this transition. And I think it could do that in a better way than even the games did. And I'm excited to see this different take on it. Even if it goes that same route, I'm curious to see if they can actually do it better than the game did, because that would be really interesting to see how this all plays out. Of course, we have our Ellie, the first casting announcement that we have for the show. I'm really holding out to see who they cast for Joel, but we have our Ellie. And it's not, when you think about it, when I read the name, I was like, I don't recognize the name, but I recognize the face. And I feel like a lot of people are going to be like in that same position as well. Of course, the name is Bella Ramsey. Some of you might not know the name of the actress in play, but you might be familiar with somebody she's played in the past couple of years, and that is the Bear, the Lady of Bear Island, Lyanna Mormont from Game of Thrones. Regardless of how that whole played out, I think a lot of people were pretty unanimous in their excitement for this young, tenacious young lady that showed up and just owned the house when the Stark banners came a-calling, with her tenacity, her attitude, her strength. And it definitely makes sense. I think she did a fantastic job in that role. She did such a good job that they wrote her into more of the show, which I guess in its own way shows the mindset of the creators at the time. Should have been a little bit of a red flag that they were going off of fan reception rather than what may have felt natural, which is where it went down later. But that's a whole other rant we could go into that I've already spent enough time rambling about back when season 8 was still coming about. But I'm excited. So I literally just uploaded this video about the Ellie casting, and now I'm pulling it back down so that I could extend it with this, because holy shit, literally while I was filming that, Deadline posted an article giving us Joel. We officially have our Joel in this movie as well, and it's going to be Pedro Pascal. Which, I know there's going to be some people throwing a hissy fit about it. This is an adaptation of the game. Roll with it. I don't care. I love him. Honestly, he wouldn't have been the first pick that I had for this role. Just when you think of Joel, he's not who comes to mind. Honestly, I don't even know who comes to mind when I think of who would play a live-action Joel. But I love Pedro Pascal, and I would love to see this dynamic between these two and how that's going to come about. I love the man. And honestly, with all the rumors surrounding The Mandalorian Season 3, if he's going to be playing Joel, that's going to be a pretty heavy commitment. Maybe there's going to be less Pedro Pascal in Star Wars' future. Maybe there's going to be more of him doing voice work and less of him actually in the suit. I don't know. I mean, they could easily juggle this and schedule both without any scheduling conflicts whatsoever, but being the lead in two high-profile shows like that might be a little difficult, but we'll see. I am taken aback by this. I didn't expect to get this like right off the heels of that prior announcement, but holy shit. First one came from THR, second one came from Deadline. Oh my god, guys. There we have it. We have our duo. I'm curious to see how this all goes. I'm curious to see how they bring to life the world of The Last of Us in a format like a long-form TV series, especially one brought to us by HBO, one brought to us by the writer of Chernobyl. I can expect some solid things. I hope they get some solid directors in here. I know that they had one of the Chernobyl directors initially slated to do the pilot, but due to some scheduling conflicts, he had to back out. So we'll just have to play it by ear and see how it goes. So guys, what do you think of this announcement? Are you excited for the Last of Us show? Sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts down below. If you like this video, support the channel by liking, commenting, subscribing. And that's it for today, guys. I will catch you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.